The signal pierced through the cosmic void like a needle through silk, its desperate frequency crackling across the vast emptiness between star systems. On Earth, deep within the underground monitoring station beneath the Sahara Desert, Dr. Elena Vasquez stared at the translated message scrolling across her holographic display. URGEEATGALACT UNDERSCITICAL. Elena's hands trembled as she read the coordinates. The Kepler 442 system, nearly 1,200 light-years away. Humanity had detected signs of advanced civilization there decades ago, but contact had always seemed impossible. Now, somehow, these beings were reaching out in their darkest hour. "Sir, you need to see this," Elena called to Commander James Harrison, who rushed over from his station. His weathered face grew pale as he absorbed the implications. "How long ago was this sent?" Harrison asked. "Based on the signal degradation, approximately 18 months. Sir, if they're still alive and this reaches the Global Defense Council." Harrison was already reaching for the emergency communicator. Within hours, the message had traveled up the chain of command to the highest levels of Earth's unified government. President Chen Wei stood before the emergency assembly, her voice carrying the weight of history. "Fellow representatives of Earth," she began, "we have received our first interstellar distress call. A coalition of alien civilizations is under attack by what they describe as the Devourers, a species that consumes entire worlds. They have specifically requested aid from any spacefaring civilization." The assembly hall erupted in urgent whispers. Humanity had only recently achieved faster-than-light travel, their first prototype ships still undergoing trials. The idea of interstellar warfare seemed fantastical, yet the desperation in the alien transmission was undeniable. Dr. Marcus Webb, Earth's leading xenobiologist, stood to address the assembly. "Based on our analysis of their biological markers embedded in the signal, these beings appear to come from low-gravity, low-radiation environments. Their physiology suggests they evolved on what we might consider garden worlds planets with stable climates and minimal natural disasters." President Chen nodded grimly. "Which means they have no concept of what humans are capable of surviving. Mr. Harrison, status report on our fleet readiness." Commander Harrison stepped forward. "Madam President, we have 12 operational warships with FTL capability. The flagship Resilience and her escort fleet could reach the Kepler 442 system in approximately 6 months using our newest drives. And our unique advantages?" Webb cleared his throat. "Madam President, if these aliens evolved on stable worlds, they likely have no experience with the kind of environmental extremes that forged humanity. Earth is what xenobiologists would classify as a death world, a planet where survival requires constant adaptation to lethal conditions. Our ancestors survived ice ages, volcanic eruptions, meteor impacts, deadly predators, and disease pandemics. We are, quite literally, the products of evolutionary warfare." 3 weeks later, the Resilience and her fleet departed Earth's orbital shipyards. Captain Sarah Rodriguez commanded not just humanity's most advanced vessels, but also its most dangerous cargo, 12,000 volunteers from Earth's military forces, each one a product of their planet's merciless evolutionary crucible. The journey through hyperspace gave the crew time to study everything they could about their unknown enemy. The Devourers, according to fragmentary data from the alien coalition, were a hive-minded species that stripped planets bare of resources before moving on. They had consumed dozens of worlds across the galaxy's outer rim, leaving nothing but dead rock in their wake. When the fleet finally dropped out of it. Hyperspace, at the edge of the Kepler 442 system, the sight that greeted them was apocalyptic. Massive biomechanical ships, each the size of a city, swarmed around the system's inhabited worlds. The organic vessels pulsed with sickly green light as they systematically harvested everything of value from the planets below. "My God," whispered Lieutenant Torres from the sensor station. "There are millions of them." Captain Rodriguez studied the tactical display with the cold calculation that had made her Earth's youngest fleet commander. "Communications, can you reach the coalition?" A weak signal crackled through the speakers, the universal translator struggling with multiple alien languages speaking at once. "Unknown vessels, please identify yourselves. This system is lost. Save yourselves while you can. This is Captain Rodriguez of the Earth Defense Fleet. We received your distress signal. We're here to help." The silence that followed stretched for long minutes before a new voice replied, tinged with desperate hope. "Earth? You're from the third planet in the Sol system. The heavy gravity death world?" Rodriguez smiled grimly. "That's right. And we brought friends." What followed would be remembered in galactic history as the shortest interstellar war on record. The Devourers, having evolved to consume the resources of peaceful garden worlds, had never encountered prey that fought back with such calculated ferocity. Their bioships, designed to overwhelm through numbers and intimidation, proved vulnerable to human tactics forged in the crucible of Earth's endless conflicts. Human marines, wearing power armor that would have crushed the bones of most alien species, boarded Devourer vessels with a ruthless efficiency that shocked their coalition allies. Where other species saw impossible odds, humans saw tactical opportunities. Where others retreated from superior numbers, humans advanced with the grim determination of a species that had clawed its way to the top of a hostile world's food chain. The Devourer hive mind, accustomed to the surrender of civilizations after minimal resistance, encountered something it had never faced before, a species that had evolved not just to survive, but to thrive in conditions that would kill most other forms of life. Every human soldier was a product of Earth's relentless natural selection, carrying within their DNA the accumulated survival instincts of countless generations.